Listen, this is my puppy want to come in here. Anyway, this is juicy, okay? So, Purseonfleek just released another video about Hermes made me cry. And I just got finished watching it, and I just, the tea, sis. The tea is hot. And I just wanted to talk about it a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and do a little chatty chat. All right, you know how we do, girl. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. In this case, let's chat. Y'all, listen, I had to pull out the breakfast cups from Hermes and my very fitting salted caramel, yummy caramel tea, black tea. I had to pull it out for it, y'all, because, woo, that was an hour, okay? And I don't want to take up too much of y'all time. So what we're going to do is I'm going to give you guys the summary of her video first, and then I'm going to tell you my thoughts on it, because if some of y'all might not want to watch the whole thing. Some of y'all might not want to watch the whole thing, but I did. And listen, even my husband had a little bit to say about it. So yeah, we're going to let this steep a little bit, and then we're going to get into this. Okay, y'all. So I'm back. Now, I am going to be looking at my phone because I put some notes down here. So y'all bear with me. And this is not going to be refined at all. So Living Life with Daily Chic put out a reaction video, and I saw that this morning. So I was like, let me go see what she's talking about. Because is this a new video from Purseonfleek, or is this like the one from a couple years ago that everybody was doing reactions to? And before anybody say something, I am riding coattails, because we're all trying to get the algorithm to pick us up, but also because this is in my wheelhouse. So why not give my thoughts? Anyway, let's get into it. Shall we? First of all, summarizing. So in this hour-long video, Purseonfleek is talking about, she references quite a few times with the first third of the video, her previous video about Hermes made me cry, and how, her essay blew things out of proportion, that she was badgering and causing harm and discontent and all kinds of stuff, making a hostile work environment. Tea hot. Anyway, making it a hostile work environment. And Purseonfleek was like, no, I wasn't. I may have been annoying. I may have been sharing too much information, and she was. But it didn't require all of that. I'll insert the video so you guys can go back and look at the original. It's quite long too, and there's plenty of reactions out there if you don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, so then she starts talking about how people were in the comments and over the year have been bullying her and ganging up on her, and pretty much crimes against humanity. She said humanity too, y'all. She said humanity, but I think that was for a loss of knowing how to phrase it the way that she wanted to. So, and we'll get into what I think she meant. But she was talking about that. And then she also references a couple other social media influencers, of which, from what I gather in the video, she don't consider herself an influencer. At 14.5K, she does not consider herself an influencer. Okay, girl. But she references Super Jacob. Love him. Love it. References a video where he talks about Hermes having the bags in the back, but just not giving them to people. And then she also references and compares her situation to Connor's Closet. I haven't watched that one, but apparently, I guess he must have also received a letter from. He's an Australian YouTuber too, our influencer. A letter from Hermes Australia, and you know, for him to cease and desist, because this is what this video is about. She received a letter and got banned. That's not funny, y'all, for selling Hermes products and essentially being considered a reseller. But she did start the video off by saying that she is not talking about Hermes corporate as a whole. She's pretty much talking about Hermes corporate Australia. She has a problem with corporate Australia. And she also made it very clear she does not have a problem with the boutique that she was last shopping at, because she moved states, she said. So she wasn't talking about the Sydney boutique like she was in her first video. She was talking she wasn't talking about the boutique or any essay in particular. She was just talking about she had a problem with Australia, Hermes Australia corporate. So, she wanted to make that clear. So anyway, in her video, she talks about how she received 2 notifications from Hermes Australia HR. And they pretty much, the first one since her first video. So pretty much the first one was like a couple months ago, and it was around the time Connor Closet got one. But she bought, it was during the pandemic, she bought a lipstick that was limited edition. She bought 3 of them, got them in, realized that the color was a little too light for her. So she went on a Facebook page and went to resell it with shipping, but she didn't do an upcharge or anything like that. Somebody reported her. Somebody reported her, and so, or either Hermes was in the group. It was like a 10,000K group. And they sent her a letter telling her, like, hey, this is the warning. You need to stop. Stop the madness. I know this is what you sold, and this is what you were selling in that group. So she called corporate, tried to straighten it out. They were like, and she was like, am I banned? And they were like, no, girl, you're not banned. Just don't do it again. Take their listing down. So she was like, she did it. And then a few months later, I guess, and then she found out that there was a site called, what's that thing called? Redbook. She found out there was a site called Redbook where there were bots that would be buying things off the Hermes site and reselling them for an upcharge or a fee or whatever. And so she had went on there. And so what she did was she was like, I'm a tailing. So she went and she sent corporate a letter being like, essentially, y'all checking me for selling a lipstick in a Facebook group. Why don't you check this site out? And she didn't get a response. So she was like, whatever. So maybe this video, or maybe this, that first letter was a joke. So the first letter, so then she got a garden party. It was a pretty garden party. I want one. She got a garden party off of the online website shortly after that. And then before it even got to her house, she went and had a conversation with her husband, apparently. And her husband was like, I thought you wanted that color for Constance. And she has it in the video. And she was like, you're right. And so she instantly went and did what the bots do, essentially. And before it got to her house, old girl had it on a Facebook group. And she said it was under the premise, that same Facebook group, under the premise that, you know, if she would have sent it back, then a bot would have got it anyway. So why not try to give it to somebody in a Facebook group that really wanted it? And somebody called her out in the group, and she believes that's who was reporting her. So anyway, old girl must have, if that was her, reported her to headquarters. And so Australia Sydney sent her another letter, except for, oh, sorry, in between that time, she tried to buy some other stuff off the site. The site said, blocked, denied, no sir, no ma'am, thank you, no ham, no cheese, no turkey. Couldn't get nothing. Tried to do it with her husband. They said, no. Or in the words of Keegan in Higher Glamazon, I'll link her stuff below in the description box. Let me stop you right there. Okay? Because, listen. So, she was like, why is my husband blocked? Something fishy going on. Come to find out, she got a letter. Old girl can't buy anything because they have blocked and banned her for life on online purchasing and in-store purchasing. So she can't even go to a boutique. And so our good sis in the video also goes on to tell about how she has ways that she could still get stuff that she wants from Hermes if she wanted to, but she's gonna go on a, she's going on strike. Girl, you blocked, okay? But so she says she's not going to do that, and then she starts talking about Chanel. So she's preluding to the fact that excuse me, preluding, girl, wait time out. She started alluding to the fact that essentially she's going to be buying more from Chanel, and she kind of even references that she has bought and sold some Chanel items within a couple of months. Pretty much like, I was doing this with Chanel and Chanel didn't do this. Girl, keep it up. Chanel gonna block you too. But anyway, so she said that she mentioned that she sells boxes and stuff, which people were talking about before the last video. But anyway, she said that, but Hermes is taking it over and she's a paying customer, blah, 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 blah. And she kind of makes it seem like she's not going to be doing Hermes unboxing and stuff anymore. But then if you ride it out to the whole video, she talks about how she's still going to buy stuff because her brain can't. She loves the company. Clearly she loves the company because, honey, they done told you multiple times, we don't mess with you. And she's still, doing what she do. So she says she's still going to be like buying stuff, but she's not going to dedicate it unboxings on her channel. She's just going to do, like, oh, well, if she's already had something going on, then she's going to bring the whatever it is that she got in. So yeah, that's the summary. Quick, fast, in a hurry in like 8-10 minutes of what it was. Now, my thoughts. First, I want to address the humanity thing. I don't think that what she meant was it was like essentially a crime against humanity. I think what she was trying to allude to was the fact that she would have preferred for people to have sided with her as a customer being treated this way versus siding with a multi-million, billion-dollar company. She felt like more people should have understood that essentially the customer is always right. I don't agree with that. I have seen enough reviews and stuff from entrepreneurs and other business owners saying how unruly customers can get. I think that she was doing a tad bit much. She was doing a lot, making the essay feel uncomfortable, and instead of moving on, she was throwing a WW fit, and it didn't pan out for her. And I think she did right by taking a step back and then trying the brand again. But the thing is that she did not fix the issue, which was the real underlying issue, or take accountability for the fact that she does buy things and she doesn't necessarily buy them to resell them, but she buys them and resells them. You know what I'm saying? We're talking semantics here. Like, you're not doing it at the big level, but you're doing it, girl. And you're selling the boxes and you're selling the ribbons. I'm not going into all of that, but if you want to look it up, Super Dacom have something. There's a lot of reaction videos where they dive into it. So what I will say is that overall, I think the situation is a bit side-eyeable. Because, honey, it's a luxury brand and you're playing a luxury game. Hermes is not the only person that has this game, so to speak. A lot of these luxury companies do. And the thing is they have these things in place because they can. They rate, as they would say in the military, to do these things. And they have people that are spending 5-6 figures, big Birkin bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I said that backwards. But you have people that are spending that kind of money in a day, honey, dropping it in a day. So they're not worried about your little 20K that you spend over. And I'm not saying that's what she did. I'm speaking in generals here, but they're not worried about your little 20K that you spent over a year, 2 years, 3 years. They don't care about that. I mean, they, in that granular, sense, they have a whole business to worry about with a bunch of people. So if celebrities, this is what my husband said, right? If celebrities have to play some sort of game, why do you think that people that don't even make that much money don't have to play the game? And don't get me wrong, because celebrities aren't even their highest people that buy their bags. Because celebrities are not the tip of the iceberg. But if these people have to play the game, why do you think that you don't? There are levels to this. And a lot of us probably are not at the level where we have this disposable income that we could just shell out and not care that we're losing money. And I say that because if you go to Fashion File, you will see that there are items up there, jewelry pieces with diamonds, beautiful pieces that are like $250K to buy, that somebody bought it brand new, didn't use it, and sold it back to Fashion File for a loss, like a 50-60% loss, because what they have on Fashion File is not what Fashion File paid them. So they sold it for a loss just so that they can get the street cred, if you will, with Hermes, to get the bag they want. Those are the people that you're up against. So I'm sure they did that and didn't have a care in the world about it. I can't do that. When I buy Hermes stuff, I have to buy what I like, what I want, what I'm going to use, because I don't have disposable income like that. I don't have the money to be playing those type of games. I know where I sit. But I'm also not at the level of income that she's at. She's had her house is paid off of. So with her level of income, I feel like, this is my feelings, I feel like she has this sense of entitlement that we all have, okay? We all have a sense of entitlement when it comes to our money, especially when we reach a certain social level that we feel like is better than other people's situations. So, we feel like we're entitled to certain things, certain luxuries, certain treatments. So when we go into these luxury stores to buy and spend our coin, we expect luxury treatment because we feel like we're entitled to that because, we can afford to be here. The truth is that we are not the top of the pole. We are not. And I just want to add this, like, there's a tiered system to this luxury lifestyle. And I think we need to be a little bit more aware of where we fall in these tiers. Like, I know I am nowhere in these tiers. Honey, I don't even know if I made the system. But but I feel like with Purseonfleek that she was not aware. And here's the thing with these tier systems. You have to know where you fall in these tier systems and humble yourself. Take a big old bite of humble pie, because if not, the entitlement that comes with money, whether it's a lot of money, a little bit of money, whatever it is, with money, we work hard for it. And so there's a sense of entitlement that comes whenever we go to these establishments to spend it, especially in luxury places. So we just have to be cognizant that there are tiers in the luxury community, in these luxury stores. You need to know where you fall in those tiering system, within the tiering system, and understand the limits of it, which means, and by that, I mean, what can you get away with that someone of a lower tier could not? And what can someone of a higher tier get away with that you could never? You know what I'm saying? So you got to humble yourself. You got to take a step back. Ooh, that was, child, don't do that again. But you got to take a step back and humble yourself, because, honey, if not, this is what happens. This is what we end up looking like. Just take a big old bite of humility. Not humanity, humility. But I do feel like, and I understand when entitlement kicks in, because you're like, I'm paying my money, you guys should be nice to me. Like, I get that, because I feel like in a sense that is the case. Like, you should be nice, but I feel like we can't push the boundaries on that. We also have to understand that whenever we're going into these luxury establishments, the SAs and the store managers and everybody is judging you on where they think you fall in the line. Just like, and my husband brought this up, ironically enough, just like on P Valley, whenever old girl was telling the other girl, like, hey, don't waste your time with this dude, because this dude doesn't have money. This dude who doesn't look like he has money, and this dude is trying to fake like he has money, but he doesn't. And she knew that from experience. You know what I'm saying? So the SAs and store managers are doing the same thing. that's just how it is. And I can tell you that I've even experienced it where I've gone, and not into Hermes, honey, because they ain't happened to me at Hermes. But I've gone into establishments, these luxury establishments, where I was prepared to spend coin and they brushed me off. So you know what I did? I mean, I didn't buy anything. And if I felt like the essay that I was talking to or that I was given was being rude, I just saw the Kim Kardashian thing where she hit her sister with a bag. Don't be rude. So if they're being rude, I'm not buying for you. I will literally go back and find another essay if I really want the product that much and I can't get it offline and I can't order it offline. I'll go and find another essay at another establishment or somewhere else to get the thing that I want. And I've done that before. So, I mean, I feel like that's just the game that you play whenever you're going to these luxury establishments. I do feel my heart does go out to Purseonfleek because I do watch her videos. I do watch her videos, and she has a lot of knowledge, especially when it comes to Hermes and stuff like that. Sometimes when you put your reviews out there, people can check you harshly. Like, they shouldn't be checking you like that. I don't think people should have been like bullying her or anything like that. For sure, shouldn't have been doing that. That was uncalled for. And I do think she has every right to put her review out there on how she feels about how the Hermes corporate and stuff in Sydney is treating her. Do I feel like she deserves that life ban? I don't know, because I don't know all the details for what she did and she did not do and what led up to that. All I know is what she has shared, which is that what she has shared and what others have uncovered. And from that, all I know is that she has a history of selling things some as small as ribbons and boxes to bags and lipsticks. Like, it seems like there is there's no restriction on what she will sell. So I feel like that plays a part in all of this as well. It's not just, oh, these situations are to be viewed in a bubble. I think that they're looking at the bigger picture. And I think that Hermes is trying to crack down on resellers. And personally, as a consumer, it is a bit annoying whenever you like certain things and you go in and they're not there, and you have to go, and because you want it, so you have to go and find it somewhere else, only to get on Fashion File and see that they are there. Like, even this set, I had to wait like months in order just to get this set, because people were buying them and selling them on Fashion File and not even using them just so they can get their cred up with Hermes. So, I mean, I do think that it's good that Hermes is cracking down on people reselling and stuff like that. But do I also understand her point of, once people buy their items, it's theirs to do what they want with. I understand that, and I think most of us understand that in the context of pre-loved, as in, you bought it, you used it, you did what you wanted, and then you realize, I'm not using this anymore. I'd rather replace it with something else, and then you sell it. I think most of us get that. What a lot of us, I don't think, gets is when people buy things and then instantly resell it. I buy it with the intention to resell it. I buy it with the intention to do an unboxing just to resell it. You know what I mean? If that doesn't resonate with you, I'll leave you with this. I wanted to go to a Lizzo concert, and when the tickets, normally like $50, $60, were all bought up when they came out, and then they were being resold for those same tickets for like $600 to $1,000. Like, why? Why? You knew that you weren't going to use that, but you bought 2-3 rows of tickets because you have money like that, just so that you can make a profit. Like, I'm all for a hustle, but baby, come on now. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what's going on in a bigger tax bracket here. You know what I'm saying? That they're trying to come back. So I get it. But yeah, let me know, you guys, in the comments below. What are your thoughts? How do you feel about it? Do you think that I'm out of touch? Am I hitting the nail on the head? Am I not? Let's discuss it in the comments below. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video because your girl is trying to boost her numbers up, okay? I want to boost my numbers. But yeah, okay, guys, until next time, deuces, 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 and that, baby, was the tea.